We haven't pulled out this book in forever. December 10th. You are imperfectly perfect. I think that's beautiful. Thank you, computers, finally working. Woo woo, so excited. Good morning. My name is Sasha with Ray of Hope, Reiki, and more. Let's do a little spiritual message of the day. I don't need that. I don't need that. I can be open later today, like from 3 to 7, but yeah. But yeah, I am doing my self-care nails today, so this is what we have, and I don't know what we're doing. Our little gnomies and our red colors are going away. Hope everybody is having a good week. It has been pretty good here. Again, we're still working on a lot of Christmas presents. I'm getting all the stuff ready for the Yule logs, and then I got my schedule going for what we're going to be doing for the sound bath this Friday for the 12/12 portal. It's not going to be crazy, like, complicated. I know that some of you are probably going to overthink if you're coming, but like, we're just going to be doing tapping. We're going to spend some time talking about something we want to release. So really ponder, if you're coming to that, really ponder on what is something you want to release, and then something that you want 2026 to bring in. Like, I haven't really reflected on my 2025 in ways. I've reflected a little bit, but it was a difficult year, right? May is when Connor had a huge issue, and I think that that's probably when he put the plastic in his ear, because he stopped sleeping around that time. So then we didn't find out about that until in September. And then Cutler started his summer out with a broken arm. And then Cutler stabbed a Q-tip in his ear this summer, and we had to go in for that. And then Connor had to have surgery to have what they suspected was a tumor in his ear removed, and it really did end up being plastic. So just thinking about those things were super difficult this year. We had that flood, right? Like, every time I've tried to start doing my live crystal sales this year, I have been sent something that pushes me backwards so that I can't do it. So I've just not been putting my pressure on doing it this year, because I don't want to jinx myself. But next year, I should be able to accomplish that. Like, I feel like that's in my path. But I think this year I had 2 times where I went in. Troy had a kidney stone this year. But we've also had a lot of huge wins. Our relationship has gotten stronger. Troy's medical issues have gotten so much better, and he's gotten, like, so much healthier. I think we do have the kids going in the right direction. Connor has learned so well how to communicate. He's still struggling right now, but he's learned how to communicate well enough to say that he doesn't want to do something. And normally when he communicates, we give him everything he wants because we want to reward that he was able to communicate, because he doesn't. But now he's like saying, I don't want to, when it's bath time, and no, I don't want to when it's getting on the bus time. And I'm like, I would reward this, but you need to go to school and you need to take a bath. So we've had a lot of good things happen this year, but it's also been kind of a struggle. For next year, I really want to bring in more people, especially more of a community. It doesn't have to be all women. It's just women are more open and drawn to the more spiritual path. But I would like to have a community of women that we could lean on each other. It's almost like this is our own little therapy sessions where we get together. We do some form of an intentional prayer. And then, like, we're just lovers of the land, of nature, of everything that's been provided for us. And then we're able to talk and communicate and help each other. Like, we push you to kind of communicate with us because we want you to be able to say the things you need and say the things that are bothering you, because sometimes you guys have nobody to talk to, and then that's why our throat chakras are the worst, is because we hold a lot of those feelings and emotions in. I don't know. We're just all about healing and love and light. So here is we haven't gotten this book out in forever, I feel like, but it is the 10th. And it says, "You are imperfectly perfect. Accepting your shadows is just as important as accepting your light. You are both this and that, angry and happy, joyful and sad, perfect and imperfect. Accepting all of who you are without judgment and conditions may just be the truest form of love you'll ever experience." I have learned, and maybe that's something that I want to manifest for next year, is to continue to not judge myself with where I'm at and where I'm going. I mean, it was actually kind of scary to me because our community is full of a lot of religious people to even come out and be like, yes, we are starting a coven. Yes, we love to do things differently in the old tradition ways. We love to get back to Norse roots. We love to get back to where the holidays actually came from. So to put that out there in a community that is very unaccepting or judgmental of the path that we're on can be very difficult. But I just continue to push forward with where Spirit is taking me. And honestly, the church is what led me to this path. So I received a blessing that gave me all the answers I needed to push me further on this path, which makes people who are still in the church very uncomfortable, which I understand. But I'm going to continue to not judge myself and know that I'm protected and I'm on my right path. What do you think when you look in the mirror? What do you tell yourself about your perceived imperfections? Are you accepting of all of who you are? Or do you place conditions on yourself, such as, when I lose or gain 5 more pounds, I'll be, or if only I could change this one thing? I would love to be more healthy, but I don't think I put a weight, like a scale weight on anything. And I am detoxing and trying to really strive to put my body in the best possible way, because next year I really want my spiritual path to continue to grow. And one of the things that can really hold you back from connecting spiritually is the junk that they put in our food can really bog down and push down your third eye, your spiritual gifts, because that stuff is toxic to your body. So I haven't been doing certain things that I know are bad for me, especially the soda, you guys. I am so addicted to soda, and I have not had it for 11 days now, and I'm super proud of myself. And have I noticed a difference not having diet soda in my life when it comes to my spiritual gifts? I would say yes. It is so much easier for me to key into mediumship readings, and it is so much easier for me to receive spiritual guidance when I'm in meditation or sound baths or whatnot. So yeah, there's nothing really that I want to change about myself except for continuing to push forward and get stuff done. Notice the expectations that you set for yourself and how they make you feel. I think that I am doing a wonderful and amazing job, and I hope that you guys can really take this month to look back and reflect and see where your beginning of the year started. And if you're having a hard time remembering the year, maybe you have pictures on your phone, this would be a good exercise to go and scroll up in your pictures and videos to where it is January, and then just kind of either keep notes in your head or in a thing and be like, oh, this, you know, around this time, I kind of really struggled with this. I'd like to release any trauma that I have that I'm holding on to. When my house flooded, you know, we've done an amazing job repairing the flood. I'm so thankful for my husband, like trying to change the negative things into positive. Like Cutler, even though he broke his arm, he learned a really valuable lesson on listening to his mom about not jumping on the bed. And he knows that his mom is there to protect him and care for him. So I feel like that was a learning lesson. Connor's ear thing, he learned to communicate a lot more because he had to communicate to let me know that there was an issue with his ear, because I had no clue there was something in his ear. I don't know, if you go back through your pictures and videos, I think that it will help you in reflecting on what you've done and what you've learned from this year. So definitely have, if you're coming to the sound bath or you're tempted to come to the sound bath, it's this Friday for the 1212 portal. It's for $30. We also have our crafting event this Saturday. It is from 4 to 8 p.m. We do have some people that come like maybe an hour late. That is fine, as long as you reserve your spot and let us know what craft you're doing. That's why it's such a huge group. Honestly, a lot of us stay from 4 to 8 because, or a lot of the people that attend stay from 4 to 8 because they love working on their crafts. They love talking and just enjoying the vibe that we have there. It's just a fun night. And we're doing Yule logs for $25. We're doing witches ornaments for $25. This is our 3rd year doing the witches ornament, and our 2nd year doing the Yule log, and our 2nd year doing the resin ornaments. So it's going to be super fun. I know I say a lot. Stop judging me. I don't know who you are. Stop making fun of me. I can hear you. That probably creeped whoever that was out. And then next week on Thursday we have our cacao ceremony sound bath, and that is where Danielle will cook up the cacao, and we will have she will open your heart in some form of a beginning meditation or spiritual thoughts. And the cacaos are like my favorite. They are so fun. And then we still also have our pine cone releasing ceremony with Crystal, and that is on December 28th. And then that's it for December, you guys. We have so much going on in January. January, if you're part of the Coven group, or if you want to be part of the Coven group, look up Wild New Hope. I think that, let's go into here. I can't look on my phone. I'm on my phone. You're such a dork. I think it's Wild New Hope Coven. Yes, it is. Wild New Hope Coven. It has a picture of an owl, a raven, and a hawk. It is a closed group because we have very judgmental community people. So we just want people in there that are ready to work on their spiritual gifts. This is going to be kind of like a little bit of a mentorship on our spirituality this coming year, because we are going to be doing more things that are Like, you'll have a certain divination skill that you need to work with. I don't really have to prep you in getting the divination tool for the month of January, because the divination we are working on is meditating in the dark. So I want you to be able, if you want to get an eye mask, get an eye mask. If you want to get noise canceling headphones, get noise canceling headphones. But I want you to be able to meditate in the dark, whether that's you put music on in the dark, whether you wait for everybody to go to bed and you just sit in the dark and just have like maybe a journal or a crystal to play with. But I want us to be doing that for 5 to 15 minutes daily each day, and I'll do like a daily check-in in there. And then we will also be putting what is the card that you pulled for yourself during the week, and talking more about tarot cards in that. So if you want to join that Wild New Hope Coven group, it's got 21 members. It is private. Nobody will know you're in there. And we're not going to tell anybody, because we know how people be. They be nosy. And then, I don't know. We have a lot of free Coven related rituals coming up. If you go to Wild New Hope's page, all of the Coven stuff for the year is posted in there. I also have it on this page as well, but obviously those are more Coven related, so those are on Wild New Hope, and we're going to be doing everything from, it starts in February and it goes all the way to Yule. So I think February's first one is Imbolc. Hey Crystal, how are you? Hey girl, hey. Just kind of talking about the year is what I was doing. But somebody wants me to shut up because my throat keeps closing. But I'm not going to shut up. We have our New Year readings. We did have somebody else reserve as well. I just need to talk to her about which spot she wants to be in, Miss Lisa. If she wants to be in the time slot. We have 4:45 appointment open, we have the 6 p.m. appointment open, and we have 7:15 p.m. appointments open. And so far 4 spots have been reserved, and you will be going from Crystal, me, and Danielle for 20 minutes you'll spend with us, and we'll give you the 4 months that we have. Each one of us will have 4 months that will let you know kind of what to expect, what you should be looking for, and it just kind of gives you hints. Are we going to be like, your car is going to break down in this month and blah 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 blah? Probably not. Sometimes I do say some crazy stuff but that's me. It won't be like that. It's going to be more like, so when I did my yearly forecast reading for last year, I had a lot of things that was like, oh, a business opportunity is going to open up in this month. You're going to be able to work with somebody else, blah, 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 blah. And then I knew to be on the lookout for that. And then there was another month that it was like, do not allow yourself, maybe close up your inner circle. Don't allow yourself to branch out right now. And then do a lot of protection stuff in this month. And I think that might have been one of the months that I should go back and look when Cutler broke his arm, what the forecast was for that, to see what my hint was on that. But like, it was just super helpful to kind of have like a hint of the month. I think that some people can get stuck on things, like if we were like, oh, something negative may occur in this month, and then maybe we may say it's some form of a soul connection, and you may think it's automatically somebody else, but maybe it's somebody you didn't see. So like, you're the interpreter of your reading, and sometimes it goes in a roundabout way to get to where the message is. So they are going to be super fun, and I'm super excited for them. They are $60, which is not bad because each one of us are reading you for 20 minutes, and that's just $20 each. Like, it's still a super good deal. And then we do have our class where we will be dissecting a rat so that we can harvest the bones for crafts and stuff. If you have seen, I think her thing is called Beauty by Death. I always, I get it wrong. Beauty from Death. Beauty from Death by Bree. And she's going to take us through dissecting the mouse and pulling it off so that we can harvest the bones. And I'm really excited about it. Hi, it's Matt. Hello, Matt. Good morning. Nice to see you, my friend. The spiritual message this morning was to love yourself as you are. So in this class, we will be processing a rat specimen. With the process I use, you can choose to leave the skin on or remove it to get individually clean bones. In these examples, you can see how I left the skin on. It looks shrink wrapped. While the specimen soaks in the solution, it dissolves the flesh and leaves behind clean and whitened connective tissue and bone. You can see how most of the starling bones are individual and no longer have the connective tissue. So there's two different forms. If you go in there, the class is for $50. It's on January 25th at 4 p.m. And it is going to be very interesting. So I may or may not have talked, if you guys seen my picture yesterday, I have so many worse pictures that I could have shown, but you guys, there was a very sad dead squirrel on the side of my road, like right where we walk in the morning. And so I called Miss Bree, and she came over and she helped me put the bones and stuff into a jar so that I could memorialize and use the squirrel in my practice. And I like bones. Sorry guys, I like bones. Maybe that's a little creepy, but I think it's pretty cool. I think everything has a purpose and everything is sacred, and why not find a way that I can incorporate that into my spiritual practices when I love everything, all things. And then we have lots of sound baths. Kids sound baths are going to start in January as well. So what we're going to be doing is, one of the days that we have a regular sound bath, we will have a 5:30 p.m. kids sound bath, so that you can come and bring your children so that they can sit in there. So if it's a little bit more noisy, it's okay, because some people aren't able to come because they don't have babysitters, or maybe some people think that their children would really benefit. We do have a lot of children in this area that need mental health help. I remember one of the things that I was super mad about when I was still working at Bingham Memorial is, like, they were bringing around another mental health guy that they were pulling into Bingham. And I'm a very type A person, and I know I'm autistic, and so I was very type A. I have kind of switched more to type B. I don't think I would be this bad as I was, but like, the first thing I said to this mental health person that was signing on with Bingham, because they were taking him around for a tour, I was like, oh, that's great. We really need more mental health specialists for kids. And he instantly was like, oh, no, I'm not comfortable doing kids. I was like, well, then you're useless. And I went back to doing my work. Like, that is something that we really need. And there are so many therapists and so many mental health workers that refuse to work with children. And then we have all these moms that have kids that are carrying all this generational depression and this weight, and then they can't find anywhere to take their children, and it just drives me crazy. So we are going to start doing a sound bath starting next year, once a month. We will do that, and then I will go back to doing my Monday morning sound baths as well. And I think I'm going to do one of them. I think I'll do 3 Monday mornings in the month, and then one of them is going to be a mom and me sound bath, so that you can bring your baby or whatever you want to bring. I don't know how young I would bring, but maybe bring some noise canceling headphones just in case. Or you can always leave. If your children end up really hating it, you can just go. You don't have to be trapped or stuck in a sound bath. Our first coven-related ritual is in February, so that is for Imbolc. So I will be putting out like lots more information as well on why do we celebrate this and what are we doing. So we are like halfway out of winter in February, so we're super excited about awakening our inner fire, our inner flame again. So it's all about like calling back your dragon, and so we're gonna do a dragon candle ritual, and I'm so excited about that. So that's gonna be our first one, and these are free. The coven rituals are free, but you have to RSVP and be approved so that we know that we're not bringing in people that are coming to discount where we're at. Like, I hold this up because I received a letter today to my business that is trying to save my soul, because I am on this spiritual path and they want me to be saved by Jesus, and Jesus is what led me to this witchy path. If you know anything about my story, and I was in the Mormon church, and they are the ones that disowned me, but I received the blessing to push me onto this path, and they disowned me because of something that they put in their word of wisdom, which was discouraging them from energy healing. But right above the energy healing portion, it talks about it's okay to smoke weed. So like, there's just so many things that are going to come out about religion in the future. So the stuff that I'm doing is very beautiful and very sacred, and all with love and light. We in no way, shape, or form are going to be calling on Satan and bringing in demonic energies. I think that somebody this year also said that our box where we put names in it was very special, and we lit candles and we prayed for all the people for their mental health and healing, and they said that we were putting demons on every person that we put in that box. So I think that religion can be very boxy. I think it can be very boxy. So you have to be open and understanding. So I just want to make sure, the reason why we are doing the RSVPing to the coven events is because I want to know who you are. I want to know why you're interested, and then I want to give you a task to do at the ritual, because you're obviously interested in coming. It wouldn't be like a hard task to start. Like, if you kept coming, I would up what you're doing. Like, maybe you would be the person lighting the candle, or maybe you would be the person smudging everybody, or maybe you would be the person to end the circle. Like, maybe it would get bigger and bigger, you know what I mean? But we don't need anybody coming in and bringing their Bibles and throwing them at us or something. I'm not quite sure what the purpose of that is. Okay. Anyways, you guys, when I pulled a card for this week, I'm not interested in diving into this week, and I don't know why. So I know that I want us pulling a card for ourselves every week, one card at least. And then if you want to join me next year, I'm going to pull a tarot card every day. But all I got was the Phoenix rising from the ashes, and it's saying, it's your time. It's your time to shine and be all the Creator has created you to be. Seize the day. If I had stopped doing what I was doing for fear of what religion put me under, I would not have helped so many people with their mental health. And some of these people would not be here today. So I know that I'm saving people, and I know that I'm on the right path, and I know that I don't need to repent and call to Jesus, because Jesus is one of my spirit guides, and he is helping me on this path. So you don't need to send me letters or worry about my salvation. Just lead with kindness and love and worry about yourself. Okay? But it is our time to rise and stop judging ourselves. I love you guys, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I will see you later. Bye!